Hi there, gorgeous! Hope you're having a fabulous day. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I make videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so if you'd like to be notified of new content in the future, please subscribe, and thank you if you do. Today I'm showing you a full face using some newbies from the brand Believe Beauty. This is a brand I reviewed last year, I want to say. They are found in Dollar General stores, very affordably priced. I want to say that every product is under $5, if I'm not mistaken. So they sent me a bunch of new stuff as part of a PR package. I'll be showing you everything up close today in an application, full wear test, and I will let you know if there's anything here worth checking out or not. Starting with primers, I have one for the face and two for the eyes. It's really the same eyeshadow primer, just comes in two different shades. So I'll show you that here first. This is their Lock It In eyeshadow primer, and it comes in translucent and universal. Doe foot applicator, so I'll apply the translucent one over here. Blend that in. And then I'll apply the universal one over here, which that one looks a lot like my Milani primer. Okay, so you can see the difference here between the two primers. I feel like the universal shade concealed the veins that I have around my eyes a little bit more compared to the translucent shade over here. It doesn't affect eyeshadow for me personally, but if you're looking for something that will help to conceal things like that before you apply your eyeshadow, then the universal shade does do a really good job of that. And the face primer I'm using is called Radiantly Primed, and you can guess by the name that this will give you a luminous, soft glow on the skin. So I'll apply that there on the forehead, on the chin, and the nose. And you can already see what it's doing. It is very illuminating. For the eyes, I have the most beautiful purple to try. I'm hoping that it is good because, oh my word, look at that. This is in the shade Grapevine. Okay, well that shows how much I know. I was expecting powder. Looks like powder, right? No! That is a cream eyeshadow. When I put my finger in it, it was like very spongy and wet. And I was like, whoa, look at that. Somebody just turned on the hose outside. So if that's what you're hearing, sorry about that. So to apply this, I'm using the MAC 242. This is my usual go-to brush for cream products. Very moussey. I like it. All right. Please be good. Please be good. Do you ever just get products and you want them to be amazing? That's what I'm wanting. Come on, please. It's okay. It's not as vibrant once I've gotten it onto my eyes as it was when I swatched it. It's almost a little dull looking. Okay, we're going to try to work with it a little bit more here. I'm using this eyeshadow palette from Believe Beauty also. This is in the shade Love Struck. I'm going to take this light tan up here and use that to hopefully blend the edges. That eyeshadow went on perfectly, beautiful. I'm just so disappointed in that purple, and it's already starting to crease. Oh. Okay, I'm going to save it though. What I'm going to do is take this cranberry shade next and apply that over the top of the purple. That'll help to set it, give it a little bit of a different color, but it'll help us work with it a little more. Ooh, girl, no. I just swatched this one next to it. I want to use this one. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, yes. It has been a long time. Okay, not a long time, but it's been a while since I've worn cranberry. And I love cranberry. Not the food, the color. I don't know what it is. Cranberries, they just gross me out. I don't like them at all. But the color, oh, yes. I love the color, and you can see why I love the color right there. That is so pretty. Okay, so I went ahead and took everything off this eye and redid it because I didn't like how it was coming out, and I had intended on using the purple a little bit differently. Didn't work out, so I started over. I wanted to make the look a little softer, so I'll show you on this eye what I did over here. Then I'm taking that tan from the Love Struck palette, and I'm applying that into the crease. So I'm changing the order here. Still using that purple, but I'm using it more so as a base on the lid rather than blending it up into the crease like I had initially done on that eye. That was where I felt like this went wrong was that it started to look a little dark and get muddy, and that's not what I wanted. So I'm keeping this purposefully on the lid only. And then I'm taking that cranberry shade from the palette and using that over the top of the purple. And it does transform the cranberry shade a little bit. Like if you look closely at my eyes, you can see some purple hues coming in from that purple base. It's a really pretty mixture. And then to blend between the lid and the crease, I am taking this shade from the palette and using that softly in between the two colors. I want to add a little bit more depth to this look, so I'm taking a separate eyeshadow. This is not part of Believe Beauty, but I want to add it in. This is from L'Oreal. It's their Old Infallible shade in Smoldering Plum. And I'm applying that to the outer V. You could also use black here if you wanted to recreate this look for yourself, or a really, really dark purple. That's essentially what this is. And then to finish my eyes here, I am going to line the upper waterline, lower waterline with a simple brown eyeliner. Trying out some lashes from Believe Beauty. These appear to be called Fantasize. That is what they look like. They have a clear band. Love it when they have a clear band. It makes it so much easier to apply, and you don't have to wear eyeliner. So we'll go ahead and apply this. These lashes will need to be curled after you apply them. I mean, that's normal. Most lashes do need that. I feel like most people don't realize that though, but it really does make a huge difference in how they appear on the eyes. So I'll show you what I mean here in a second. While I was waiting on my lash glue to dry, I already applied my foundation and concealer. And today I used the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation in the shade Shell. This is one that I did not like when I first used it, but I tried it with a completely different primer later on, ended up loving it. It has been one of those foundations that I've used consistently since I first discovered it. And I used the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Serum Concealer here today. So I'll go ahead and curl one eye so you can see the difference that this makes. And it's not a lot of pressure when you're doing this, by the way. It's just a very gentle squeeze. And you can see the results that you get from this eye to this eye. My lashes are much more awake, alive, and it helps to lift and open up the eyes much more. Next product I have to test out is a cream blush. This is in the shade Doll Face. I'm using a small angled stippling brush to apply it. And it's so pigmented. I did not get that much on the brush because I have become aware how pigmented some of these things can be. And this is beautiful. Ooh, yes, that is gorgeous. I'm about to shear it out just a little bit, but that's really pretty. This is the other color I have to try also. Not trying it out today, but I'll just swatch it here so you can see what it looks like. This is in the shade Tropical Sunset. And if I apply it to the back of my hand here, shear it out a little more. I didn't think it would go too well with the eyes I'm wearing today, so that's why I chose the other one, but at least you can get an idea of the color. I mean, this is such a pretty one. I would wear that with a neutral eye. That actually would have looked pretty good with these eyes today. And you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, too much. Shear it out, shear it out. Yeah, oh yeah. I like those two colors together. I'm going to tone this down a little bit with powder, so hang in there with me. I'm trying their All Over Glow Skin Illuminator next, and this comes in 2 separate shades. This one is in the shade Forbidden Kiss, and they also make a little bit of a darker one in the shade Golden Glow. Obviously, I'm going to use this one. They say that you can mix this in with your foundation, or you can apply it to the cheeks directly, or any other places on the face where you want to highlight. Ooh, that is pretty. I'm going to pump out a little bit more here so you can see what it looks like. That is gorgeous. Ooh, I pumped out way too much of this one, but at least you get to see the color of it. Isn't that pretty? And you really don't need much, so I'm only going to apply a couple small dots. That is so pretty. It's very shiny. It's very shiny. Usually when I wear a cream blush like this one here today, I want to still set my face because I have to, but I don't want to lose the luminous glow that I'm getting with the cream blush. So instead of packing the powder on like I typically would with this kind of a brush, I'm using a more loose brush and dusting the powder on so that the glow still comes through. See? But it's not gone. And I don't have to worry about wearing my face on my lap. And then for lips, I'm trying out their Lustrous Shine Lip Gloss. And the shade that I'm using here is Prim and Proper. Not much to it. It's more or less like a clear gloss, really. It does have a rather sticky texture to it. So if you don't like formulas that feel like that on the lips usually, then I don't think that you would like these. I'm not bothered by it either way. It did have a small hint of color. I mean, you can see what it did there. I rather like it. I think it's a really nice touch to finish off the look. All right, so on the day that I did that wear test, I wore the makeup for a total of, I want to say, either 9 or 10 hours. I can't remember. But I'll go through each product and let you know my final thoughts, and I'll also show you up close what my face looked like after that period of time. Starting with the eyeshadow, I really did like the final look after using that palette over the purple eyeshadow, and I felt like it held up extremely well throughout the day too. So this is a product I would absolutely use again in the future. I was very happy with it. I love the cream cheek products. Those have become new favorites for me, and very high quality, extremely pigmented, held on all day long, didn't fade, and looked fantastic at the end of the day. Now that, what is this one? The Radiant Primer. It didn't really affect the foundation at all, which was nice to see. It didn't make it look greasy or make it look like it was sliding off my face. It did add a luminous touch to the foundation, but it wasn't over the top. So I would really recommend you check that one out if you're looking for a new Radiant Primer to try. The Skin Illuminator was okay. I think maybe I might have applied a little bit too much powder over the top of it because at the end of the day, I don't feel like I could really see it that well. Let me know if you see something different, but that's just me. The lip gloss didn't really hang in there as long as I would have liked for it to. It wore off after about 3 or 4 hours. It was pretty much gone by that point. So this is one that you probably would have to reapply quite often. And what else? The eyeshadow primers, no differences between the universal shade or the translucent shade, and both of them kept the eyeshadow intact all day long, and I would highly recommend checking them out if you're looking for a new primer. Come here! Come here! Gosh, you are getting so fat. What happened to you? What are we feeding you? There's a different visitor in the studio. Look at you! You would not believe how fat this guy has gotten. He's well loved. For those who have asked, I've had questions of whether or not we have the cats. We do. We still have Miko. We had to give Tilly away. I gave her to our midwife, actually, because it was just too much for me. It was too much. We loved her a lot. We really, really still do. And it just, with 3 kids, 2 cats, it was just getting to be too much. So thankfully, my midwife is such a wonderful lady, and she's been loving on her and giving her a fantastic home. So yeah. Anyway, it's a different kind of visitor for you in today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing him. Let me know your thoughts on these products from Believe Beauty. Highly recommend a good majority of them, and I feel like it's a really good brand for the price, and I don't think you'd be disappointed if you did try something new from their line. Special thank you to them once again for the PR package and for sharing their products with me. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. I could have sworn I already recorded this. Maybe I didn't. Uh-oh.
That's being bloopers.
I can't get one to stay on there.